How did it happen? That's the question investigators will be working out to find out the scene of a deadly grain bin accident.
A person of interest has been named in the murder of a man at the Independence Center Mall. Coming up, we'll tell you who that person is.
And let's take a live look over Kansas City this morning, where we are finally starting off the morning away from zero. Look how warm it is. It's 23 degrees. Good news, it only looks like it's going to get better from here. And 5:03 this morning in breaking news, Missouri Governor Eric Greitens admits to an affair 3 years ago.
Governor Greitens and his wife, Sheena, shared a joint statement last night saying, in part, this was a deeply personal mistake. Eric took responsibility, and we dealt with this together, honestly and privately. We learned of this after an investigative report from KMOV-TV in St. Louis.
They spoke with the woman's ex-husband, who says the affair happened in 2015 and that the governor took a naked photo of the woman to use as blackmail. The governor's attorney denies claims of blackmail, saying, quote, there was no blackmail and that claim is false. The outrageous claims of improper conduct regarding these almost 3 years ago events are a lie.
Now, you can read the Greitens joint statement in full at KSHB.com, including a separate statement from his wife.
And we'll continue to follow any updates on this breaking news online and on air.
Breaking news on 41 Action News starts right now.
Let's start with that breaking news that could affect your morning commute today.
Yeah, right now part of 470 is blocked after a crash. Let's get right over to Richard at the live desk with what we know about this crash. Richard?
I want to show you where this is. Let's take a look at Interstate 470 and Blue Ridge Boulevard here. So the crash is right here. And where it is basically delicately timed because you can just basically get off on eastbound and then get back on the on-ramp. So at least it's not affecting traffic too significantly, at least at this point while they clean this up. Police say a crash involved 2 semis, 1 car. At least 1 person has critical injuries. You can see all the lights there. No word yet on what led up to this crash, how it happened. 41 Action News reporter Stephen Dial is on his way to the crash. We'll bring you updates as soon as we have more information.
Well, the freezing rain and snow might be over, but now a lot of city crews will turn their attention to pipes.
Yeah, because it's still cold out there, 6 degrees. 41 Action News reporter Stephen Dial live at a water main break this morning on 135th and Warnell. Stephen, what are you seeing out there?
Good morning. It is very cold. I want you to look at this intersection at 135th and Warnell. We've been seeing cars all morning, even in these early hours, trying to make their way through this ice. If we pan all the way to the left, you can see the frozen ice and water goes all the way up the road, all the way up 135th Street. We're waiting on city crews to get here. We saw someone pull up with what looked like salt in the back, so we're trying to determine that. But we shot video earlier, a couple of hours ago, after this water main break happened. As you can see, it's just ice on the road, cars trying to struggle to get through it. A lot of cars speeding up 135th and not noticing until the last minute that there is ice in the road. And so if you're coming to the 135th and Warnell type area, anywhere in this area, definitely slow down because city crews have not treated this water main break. No one from the city or Public Works is here on the scene, so we're going to continue to wait for them to get here. But right now, as you can see, a lot of ice, so drive carefully. Back to you guys.
All right, Stephen, thank you very much. And with the weather conditions expected to stay below freezing today, the U.S. Postal Service is asking for your help to make sure your mail is safely delivered. They're asking people to keep walkways, sidewalks, and porches clear from snow and ice. In past winters, postal carriers have suffered serious injuries related to slips, trips, and falls. And it might be a while until your trash gets picked up. The icy conditions around Kansas City yesterday delayed pickups in all areas of the city. Crews will work over the weekend to try to get caught up. WCA also posted saying they had to pull drivers off the streets Thursday because the roads were just too bad. 5:37, already 28 degrees. Check out the Marriott. Little ghostly morning. We'll be right back.
5:35 now. A fire near a furnace forced a Northland family from their home this morning. This is where it happened. Crews were called to the manufactured home near North Walrand and 118th Terrace around 4. They got out fairly quickly. Red Cross is helping that family. As you can see, the damage is mostly contained to their home.
Today marks 1 month since the Thomas fire started in California. It is now considered to be the largest recorded wildfire in that state's history. This morning, it's 92% contained. So far, firefighting costs alone have reached more than $220 million. That's just the cost of fighting it. The president declared a major disaster for the entire state of California on Wednesday. An easy $40 for one homeowner who rented out his place for the holidays, but now he's facing thousands of dollars in damage. Why this Airbnb deal turned out to be a nightmare.
And no one wants to deal with the damage of frozen pipes, but trying to thaw them yourself to save you money. Boy, that could end up in a disaster that costs you way more. We'll tell you how to do it safely coming up on 41 Action News. Clear, complete coverage. A decision from Washington could bring the expansion of Kansas City's streetcar one step closer to reality.
Yeah, the streetcar got a green light to begin the next phase, which could lead to federal funding for that project. 41 Action News reporter Charlie Keegan is live this morning and explains what the plan is. Charlie?
Well, Taylor, it all boils down to how to pay for that streetcar expansion. Right now, the streetcar ends here at Southern Point at Union Station, but the idea is to continue it up along Main Street. We have a map that can show you this entire plan. As we know that the streetcar begins at the River Market, but now the plan would be to have it go all the way down Main Street, past the plaza, and end at the UMKC campus. Now,
One Kansas teacher is trying to teach his third graders about the power of Twitter.
Well, when I brought up viral, they thought virus as in people getting sick, which is really funny to me.
We'll show you his unique lesson plan using Twitter coming up. And 41 Action News sat down with the new mayor of KCK. Coming up, we'll tell you some of his top priorities and things that he already has in the works. 41 Action News, clear, complete coverage. 5:10 this morning, the power of Twitter. A lesson one Kansas teacher is trying to teach his third graders.
CJ Marple tweeted this out on Monday asking for help with the internet, and boy did he get a worldwide response. All the locations that he reached, just incredible. Look at this, more than 200,000 retweets, 155,000 likes. The furthest place, Australia.
And now that so many people have seen it, it's really hard to get them to understand how many people have seen it. Kansas has roughly 3 million people in it. And so last I checked, I had 12 million views. So that's 4 times the amount of people in Kansas. And that's kind of how I've been telling them that.
Yeah, we come to a point where how do you explain this to a third grader?
Right.
Exactly. He plans to show the kids results in class today. Twitter even made him an animated map so he can show the students how fast that tweet went around the world.
Look at all the places it traveled. That's amazing. Okay.